I'll be honest with you. I had money on the fact that George Lopez was going to cancel this interview today after the whole incident with the passing out on the casino floor. But I was wrong. George Lopez, everyone. George, let me tell you why I am so happy that you're on the show today. A couple of days ago, I saw that you were booked, and then that picture of you at the casino came out, and I said, for sure, George is going to cancel. He's not going to want to talk about that. Nobody would want to talk about that. But then as the days went on and we didn't get that phone call from your publicist, I was so happy that, you know, George is cool like that. George don't care, right?
Well, you know, I'm a human being, you know, and I'm not perfect. People make mistakes. You pick yourself up, literally, and then you try to improve yourself and make sure that that doesn't happen. You know, it's very embarrassing for me, but also, you know, I'm not perfect. I never said I was. And listen, I got drunk in a casino. It wasn't like I was in a Whole Foods or a Home Depot.
Although that might have been kind of cool too. Now, the number they're throwing around is 52 shots. You didn't do 52 shots. Come on.
No. I didn't. No one can.
Right.
Who's throwing that number around? Barack Obama?
Yeah.
That's not true.
So before we get into your new show, what was on the menu that night? What were you drinking that night? Everybody wants to know.
It's a little Patron. I might have bought 52 shots. I didn't ingest 52 myself, but that was a little Patron. And Patron and the cold air of Windsor, Canada, are not good companions.
Yeah, that Patron is a monster. It's so smooth, you forget that you're drinking tequila, and then you end up on the floor with all these pictures. And speaking of that picture, you're all over Twitter, you're all over social media. How does that feel to be that guy when you're seeing these pictures and you want to respond to all these people and just tell them to back off? Like, how does that feel?
Well, you know, as a public person, you know, you deal with it because you are a public person. But privately, you know, it's a situation that nobody really wants to put themselves in. I wouldn't want to do it again. You know, I'll take the precautions to make sure that doesn't happen anymore. I think it's time to probably stop drinking. I was never really good at it. So from that, you learn. But I'll tell you what, Tony, I've had some great nights, baby. So if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out like that.
That's the way to do it. All right, so let's talk about the show, George. Now, I love your stand-up. I'm a huge fan. Are you doing another show to get off the road? Because I love you doing stand-up. Why do you keep coming back with these TV shows?
Well, you know, the first one, I've only done two. You know, Lopez Tonight was a talk show, but the first one was successful. The first one, I was a little bit green when we started to put it together, and you know, people enjoyed it. So now, having the experience of the first one and being able to create on FX, which is a little of an edgier network, I like the fact that, you know, knowing more and being able to create with the guys that I did the show with, and surrounding myself with the actors that are on St. George would be something that I don't think anybody would turn down.
So the promos look awesome. Tell everybody about St. George so they tune in on Thursday nights.
Yeah, St. George is about a guy who is divorced, who's trying to gather himself from divorce, who's got a kid that he hasn't really connected to, that he's trying to connect to more in divorce than he did when he was married. And, you know, he's not perfect, and he's uncomfortable in some situations. He's uncomfortable with dating. And, you know, he's got an uncle played by Danny Trejo, who his life is simple, and he seems happier in the simplicity of his life than George does in the success of his. So I think that's interesting ground for comedy.
All right, so it's St. George. It's on FX Thursday nights. George, when you come to town, we're going to do some shots, me and you, okay?
You got it, baby.
All right, George.
You got it.
George Lopez, everybody.
You had to go there.
Yeah, oh, come on.
How could you not? And it's funny because I'm in back. And they're like, come on, guys, the show.
Talk about the show. Enough
he has a show coming out.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. There's a picture of him on the floor in the casino. We're not going to talk about that. Get out of here.